Welcome back to Backyard Woodworking. It's been a week or so since I got around to making a project here. I got something simple this week. I got this idea, well, with several places I've seen it, but JP Hayes has a site. It's listed on my channel as a favorite. It's one of my featured sites. He makes all kinds of great stuff. I made this out of a piece of scrap I had laying around and a bolt. It's a beam compass. You can draw a circle simply by sticking the point here and going around. This thing here can be adjusted. You can make circles with this 2 feet or larger. You can make one this long if you wanted to. I mean, or make a short one. I mean, hey, sky's the limit. This here, total length, 14 inches. This 1/4 inch, this is what I had laying around the shop. I made this one out of. These are closer to, let me see here, I would give this a good 5/16 thick. That's why I used a 5/16 bolt here. Pencil, bolt and washer nut that I had laying around. This was a old carriage bolt I had laying around. I sharpened the end. I'll show you how to do that very simply. But here I got a bolt, flange bolt, nut, washer, little short bolt, these are 1/4-20s, by the way, wing nut, and I got another nut and a washer here, use that. Basically in a pencil and a piece of wood. Now this is white wood, hemlock probably, it's a conifer, pine, did you see? And what I'm going to do with this is just cut a couple of strips. Now I have a good nice edge here, it's pretty good. Now handy little marking gauge from Craig Tool. These work pretty good. All you do is slide this up till I get to a 1/4 inch. Lock it down. Put it on the edge of my piece. And we make a little line here like so. Go right around. Tap this up. Tap this over till I get a good, I want right to the outside tooth here, 1/4 inch. Now another project, as soon as I can order the parts for it, will be a thin rip jig. It'll take a metal bearing for the edge, which I have to order. You can't buy them locally around here in South Carolina, so that I know of anywhere. Anyway, for what I'm looking for. Alright, I'm going to cut a couple of 1/4 inch strips using that method, and I'll be right back. We got a couple of strips here. Now what I'm going to have to do is separate these strips. Now I got a little block in here. This is approximately 2 inches, and one here is approximately 1 inch in. So I just got to cut a couple of pieces off of here and glue them up. Now what I'm going to do is cut these. Oh, I might make them 14.5, 15 inches. So I do that. I just take this with a pencil line, I'll say 15. Bingo. And don't have to be exact. Put these two together here. I got a mark. I'll come over here real fast to my miter box. And we'll just whack these off. So it don't have to be exact. There you go. Now what I'm going to do is take a line here. I'm going to measure back an inch, so I can take this gauge here, handy little marking gauge. I'm going to measure an inch. Put that on that, right to the edge. With them equal 1 inch line. I'm going to take a piece of this, and we're going to glue that in there, like so. Very simple. If you can get the top off the glue, it's simple. Now this is a tight bond glue I'm using here. It doesn't matter. I have Elmer's tight bond. It doesn't matter to me what you use. Yeah. I just take this and spread it, and same here, and spread it like so. Take the piece here, and you take this here, and this here, and we're going to glue this like this. So it's reasonably straight, like that. Now this side here, we got where the pencil goes. This sticks in a little further. So here, I'm in 2 inches. So this thing here is approximately, what I say, 15? Yeah, about a 15er. So I'm going to come in here with about a 2 inch thing. So I'm going to come in 3 inches with this to make it 14. It doesn't matter. I mean, you can make this any length you like, you know. So I'm just going to just take some glue like this and put some on this side. Right? And we're going to go in here like this and like this. We're going to try to line these up like that and like that. Let me get myself a clamp. And I got glue on my saw, but guess what? It cleans. Alright, these got some oomph to them. And push it down tight. And we'll do the same thing on this end. And put a clamp on this. And believe it or not, when this dries, it'll hold it. Believe me. Okay. Okay, cut the one side off. A little nut here. Get rid of that. Alright. Alrighty, we got the basic shape of it. Alright, these dimensions of these blocks are not that critical. Just make sure you have about 1 inch of wood on the one end. That's to hold the ends together, basically. This is the end here that the pencil's going to go in. So, I'm going to come back with my marker here. Let me see, do I have a pencil with me? Probably not. But at any rate, I'm going to mark this back on this particular one, about 3/4 of an inch. So I just set this little gauge here for 3/4. And what we're going to do, we're going to drill a hole through the center of this, the size of my pencil, which is approximately 1/4 of an inch. Now I have a drill bit set up here. I'll have to turn the camera around and go over there. Like I said, this is a one-man show. How good we'll be here to see on this, but what I'm going to do is take my gauge and I'm just going to eyeball the center. It is close enough for this because it is so narrow. And that'll give me roughly, it's a little tight, but I'm going to put a slit in here with the bandsaw. And then I'm going to drill a hole right here for the bolt. Now we're going to take a drill, about 11-30 seconds here, and I'm going to put a hole right through the side here. It's about there. That's pretty darn close. And we'll cut a hole, or a slot, about 1/4 inch past the pencil hole that we drilled. Now we'll see how the pencil fits. If it's a little too tight, not a problem. We just open the hole a bit, put the next size bit in. You play with it for the size pencil that you have. Now on this side, I left my piece over there. That doesn't help much. We got an angle grinder here. Plug that in, and I left my piece over here. Here's the original that I made. Okay, here we got a bolt. I'm going to cut part of this off. Careful, make sure you have glasses. These are safety glasses. They're high impact plastic. Turn your angle grinder on. This might make a lot of noise, so watch your hearing aid. Alrighty. Tripping over my own feet here today. Alright, we got that done. Now, this end that I cut off, this is the end I'm going to make the point out of. So we take, I'm going to use my work sharp here, because I have one. And I'm going to take my cordless drill and put it in. Now, what I'm going to do with this is what we're going to do is take this and we're going to make a point on this. I'll be right back in a sec. I want to check my camera out here. Alrighty, to make sure that this camera's still running. maybe if I get lucky this year, Santa Claus will buy me a new camera. That way we can get a little better sound quality and a little better picture quality. All right, now we're going to put a point on this bolt. This is a 1/4-20. I use a flange bolt, but because I had one, you know, and just go buy a carriage bolt, 1/4-20. Works real well. Sharp as a needle. Watch the end, it's probably a little on the hot side. You take this now. I got a washer here. This is a, believe it or not, this is the kind of washer you'd find in a pack of closet bolts to bolt your toilet down, your water closet. All right, now, I might have a couple of rough spots where I grip that, but if you tighten this up enough, that'll change in a hurry. All right, this here, I want, let me see here, right about there. Okay, we're going to put this one here, and you take this bolt here, and we're going to take this here. Apparently it's going to give me a little bit of a hard time because of the way I held it with these, but I just take this, and I'll take a little pair of channel locks so I get past that spot where I was holding it. There we go. I think it's loosened up now pretty good. A little bit more. Now you can take two nuts, jam them, and hold it by the nuts too. That'll work pretty well. Alright, that's about where I want it to be. Now we take this, tighten that down, and then you've got a finished project here. You can put a coat of finish on it, sand it up a bit, but there you go. A beam compass, and that's all there is to them, really. If you have a bunch of little scrap pieces, I mean, now I set this, remember this is a 1/4 inch thick, this material, 1/4 inch, so the whole thing should be about 3/4 thick. That allows you for the 1/4-20 bolt. And this pencil now, like I said, this pencil, if I remember correctly, that was a 9/32 bit for a number 2 pencil. So you can write that down, and this hole going across here, this was a 1/4-20, so I put a 1/4 inch hole in that, but check your bolt size. That fits fairly well for that. And bingo, you got a compass. Next week I'm going to try to get one out. I'm thinking about building some storage above your toilet. I mean, everybody buys one of them spring pole things with 2 shelves on it for $49.99 or whatever. I'm thinking about making one out of just inexpensive wood, possibly pine or poplar, a couple of shelves, and a door, maybe 2 doors on it, open out like this, that you can put personal storage items in there, whatever, and maybe 1 or 2 shelves, maybe a shelf at the top and one at the bottom to display whatever. Maybe have a couple of knickknacks or some potpourri containers of some sort, or candle, or whatever you want to put in it, you know. So I'm thinking about building one of them, and we'll see you next week. And thank you for watching Backyard Woodworking, and try to get one out every week if I can, but with the holidays it might be a little hectic, and my wife being ill, so that puts a dent in my plans, and my truck had to break down on top of it, so that's life. Have a good one. Thank you for watching.